else will be in the class. Okay, last class, what are the topics that we discussed? Come on, tell the name of the topic that we discussed last class. Are you able to hear me or not? Are you able to hear me? Are you able to hear me or not? Can you hear me or not? For the final time, I'm asking you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, you are here.
So all this time you are not able to hear me. Okay, anyways,
Ma'am,
we'll
we can
start the
hear
topic.
you.
Okay, last class, what are the things that we discussed? We are discussing the necessity of compensator and the different types. So what are the different types of compensator?
Lead compensator,
Lead
lag
compensator.
compensator, lag compensator.
Okay, so last class we have discussed how to do design using Bode plot for a lag compensator. Today we'll do the same for a lead compensator. So before we solve one problem, again basic theory we need to discuss about a lead compensator. So what are the characteristic features of a lead compensator? Already I have given enough introduction about it. So it is equivalent to what type of filter? Lag compensator is equivalent to low pass filter. What about a lead compensator?
High pass filter.
High pass filter. Okay. So lead compensator is equivalent to a high pass filter. And what are the other characteristics? It will be improving transient performance or a steady state performance. Which will it improve? Lag compensator improves steady state. So lead compensator will be improving transient response. Okay. So see, saying transient response, it will be reducing the overshoot, it will be increasing the speed of response, it will be increasing the bandwidth, so on. So these are the various features of a lead compensator. Okay, next we need to discuss how you can draw the pole zero plot of a lead compensator and what is the general transfer function representation of a lead compensator. So this is your pole zero plot. So what is the zero and what is the pole?
1 by T, 1 by alpha T.
1 by T is what? Polar 0.
Zero.
That is 0. Okay, ZC. Then pole is located at 1 by alpha T. So if you want to write the transfer function, then what will be the transfer function? This is your 0 and this is your pole. So S plus 1 by T divided by S plus 1 by alpha T will be your GC of S. That is your transfer function of what compensator now?
Lead
Lead
compensator.
Lead
compensator.
compensator. So because of the reason T is greater than 0 and alpha is less than 1, which is located very close to the origin, pole are 0 here. Earlier case for a lag compensator, pole would have been located close to the origin, but here, which is located close to the
Is
origin?
located near to
Zero.
0. 0 is located very close to the origin. That is the difference. So pole 0 plot might be asked in 4-mark question. Next we need to know how to realize this lead compensator by using an electric network. Like we did it for lag compensator. Lag compensator was equivalent to a low pass filter. Now as I already told you, this lead compensator is equivalent to high pass filter. So this is the electric equivalent representation. Again we need to find out the transfer function for this, that is ratio of E naught of S to EA of S you need to find by applying voltage division. And finally this equation will be simplified and it will be made equal to the standard transfer function representation, and if both are equivalent means we will be proving that this lead compensator is equivalent to this electrical network. So what will be the expression ratio or transfer function E naught of S divided by EA of S is what I want. That is a transfer function representation for this electrical equivalent. So by voltage division, E naught is the voltage across what? E naught of S is the voltage across what element?
R2.
R2. Okay, across this you are having E naught of S. So R2 divided by. Now EA of S is the voltage across the, this is, both are connected in parallel, so the equivalent will be R1 parallel to 1 by C, that is in series with R2. So across this you are having EA of S. So by this voltage division method, if you are solving for the transfer function now, this is the equation by voltage division rule. Now this is the parallel combination of R1 and SC as indicated in this diagram, that you are simplifying, you will be getting this equation. Okay. Now again by taking LCM you will be getting this equation. Okay, this will be brought to the numerator. If you are further simplifying, this will be the equation. Now from the numerator you are going to take R1C out. From the denominator you are going to take this R1 R2C out. Okay. So if you are taking it out, this will be the taken out terms. Now R1, R1C, R2, everything will be cancelled. So this will be the equation that you will be getting. Again this R1 plus R2 you are bringing it to the denominator, okay, without affecting the original equation. Now this is the final ratio of transfer function that you have got for this electrical equivalent, that you are going to equate to the general transfer function representation. So what is the general transfer function representation that you have already seen? How can you write the general transfer function representation of any lead compensator? S plus
1 by alpha C.
S plus 1 by T divided by S plus 1 by alpha T.
Alpha T.
So this you are equating to this relationship. If you are comparing terms, T will be equivalent to what?
C.
T will be
R1C.
equivalent to R1C.
R1C.
Okay, and similarly alpha will be equivalent to
R2 by R1 plus R2.
yes. So it clearly proves that this circuit can be made to act like what compensator now?
Lead compensator.
Lead compensator. Okay, lead compensator. So that is all about electrical network realization of a lead compensator. Next, how to draw the frequency response, what will be the nature, how it gives the phase lead in the output side with respect to the input, that you have to discuss. So for that you need to write down the magnitude expression and phase angle expression with the help of the general representation. This is your general representation. Alpha is representing your attenuation. If you don't want that attenuation, you add up 1 by alpha, you cancel out the terms. Then you have to substitute S is equal to j omega in this equation. Then you will be getting this one. Okay, 1 plus j omega t divided by 1 plus j omega alpha t. Then you have to write the magnitude expression by taking real part squared plus imaginary part squared divided by 1 plus omega alpha t the whole square. This is your magnitude expression. And phase angle also you have to write in the same fashion. What will be the phase angle? Tan inverse of omega t minus tan inverse of alpha omega. Alpha omega. Okay. So this is the one that you have got for magnitude and phase angle. So this is the equation that you have got. Now from which the corner frequencies are two, one for the first order factor in the numerator, one for the first order factor in the denominator. So what are the two corner frequencies that you are having?
Omega C1, omega C2.
What is the
1
answer
by
I
T
mean
and 1 by
formula?
alpha T.
For this one it is 1 by T. For this one it is 1 by alpha T. Okay, so these are the corner frequencies. Okay, and this is your magnitude expression in dB scale. Okay, in dB means you have to multiply that equation with 20 log. Then as usual procedure you will be substituting different values of omega in that equation. You will be obtaining the phase angle and you will be obtaining the magnitude variation. That is what you are going to do. You are going to consider three cases like you have done for the lag compensator. First case is where omega t is less than 1 and omega alpha t is also less than 1. If this is the case means if you compare these two terms, which will be cancelled, 1 or omega t? Both omega t and omega alpha t are very very less. So we can eliminate which term?
Omega T.
You can eliminate omega t from the numerator and omega alpha t from the denominator. So the answer for the magnitude for the first case will be 20 log 1. So what is 20 log 1? 0. So first case is 0 as the dB. So the curve will be starting from 0. Okay. Alright. Then it will be ascending slope. So let us consider next case where omega t will be greater than 1 and omega alpha t will be less than 1. So what will be the gain? Omega t greater than 1 and omega alpha t less than 1. So what can you eliminate in the numerator and the denominator?
Denominator.
You can eliminate here omega alpha t.
Omega,
Here you will be
omega alpha t.
eliminating 1. Okay, so what will be the magnitude formula in this case, second case?
20 log omega t.
20 log root 2
20
by
log
1.
omega t. Okay, so that is for the second case. So as you told me, the answer will be 20 log omega t. And third case finally, where omega t is greater than 1 and omega alpha t is greater than 1. So you will be eliminating 1 on the numerator and 1 on the denominator. So you will be finally getting 20 log 1 by alpha. So based upon these three values only, if you are drawing the frequency response, initially it was starting 0 dB, then it was having an ascending slope, then after the second corner frequency 20 log 1 by alpha. Now the same way how this phase lead happens at omega m, you need to discuss. That will be deriving with the help of the phase angle expression. So what is the phase angle expression again? Tan inverse of omega t minus tan inverse of omega alpha t. Now if you are substituting omega is equal to 0 and omega is equal to infinity in this equation, what will be the phase angle that you will be getting? Always it will be 0. Phi will be 0 for both cases. So it is starting from 0 here and it is ending at 0. In between you will be observing a phase lead that happens at omega m. You know how to calculate omega m. Omega m is square root of omega c1, omega c2. By using that formula, omega m will be obtained as 1 divided by t square root of alpha. Okay, this formula I have to remember. That might be coming in MCQ. So what is the formula for omega m?
Root over omega C1, omega C2.
Yes, the final answer is omega m is equal to 1 divided by
T root alpha.
t square root of alpha. Okay, t square root of alpha. Just I am substituting here in place of omega c1 1 by t, omega c2 1 by alpha t, you will be getting the answer. So omega m is equal to 1 by t into square root of alpha. At that point only you are able to observe that phase lead. Okay, this is the phase lead that happens at omega m. Alright. Next, some more formula I have to remember. You have to derive. One thing already you have derived is omega m. Two more formula you have to know. What is the formula for phi m and alpha you need to determine. Like you did it in the lag compensator, same way you have to derive. Like by taking tan on both sides, you will be deriving the answer for phi m and alpha by means of the triangle. Okay. Then this will be completing the derivation. I am skipping the derivation because it is in the same way as that of a lag compensator. Okay. So what is the formula for phi m?
Tan inverse of 1 by
Tan inverse.
alpha
Tan inverse
by
of 1 minus alpha divided by 2
2
into
root
square
alpha.
root of alpha. And what is the formula for alpha?
Alpha equals to 1 minus
m
sin phi m by 1
divided
plus
by
sin.
1 plus sin phi m. In the lag compensator, this will be equivalent to beta. Same way you are doing the derivation here also. Okay, if it is a lag compensator means it will be beta. If it is a lead compensator means here it will be alpha. Okay, that is why I am skipping the procedural steps. But you should remember the formula. Alpha or beta, it is equivalent to 1 minus sin phi m divided by 1 plus sin phi m. These formulae make a note because you will be using up all these formulae in the problem. Okay, so this is all about theory part. So let us discuss a problem. Always, why you are including compensator into the system? What is the necessity? Last class I told you, no. Why do you need to design a controller or a compensator and include it in the existing system? What is the purpose?
Ma'am, to get the favorable output,
Yes,
desired output.
favorable output. And if it is given in terms of time domain means what method will use, and if it is given in terms of frequency domain means what method will use.
Ma'am, pole
Time
0
domain
and
means
pole
they would have
left on.
not pole 0. We are using Bode plot here. Why you are using Bode plot? Because the performance specifications are given in terms of phase margin or gain cross or frequency. Suppose if they are given in terms of zeta means or percentage overshoot means you will go for root locus technique. Okay. Root locus technique is not included in the syllabus, so we are skipping that. So now what is given in the problem? You are to design what compensator?
Lead compensator.
Lead
Phase lead.
compensator. Phase lead compensator. In order to satisfy what specification?
Phase angle should be greater than 45 degrees.
Yes, phase
Phase margin
margin
of
should be greater than or equal to 45 degree. You want that. Then what else is given?
the step
Steady
steady
state
state
error should be
error
less than or equal to
less
1
than
by
1
15 they have given. And gain crossover frequency should be less than what value? 7.5 radians per
7.5.
second. You want to satisfy all these things. In order to satisfy all these things, you have to design a phase lead compensator for this particular system. I have specified. And what is the nature of the input that I have specified?
Unit step function.
Unit step up.
RAM.
Unit
Ramp.
ramp. Okay, unit ramp means what is a error constant that you will be discussing about? Unit step means position.
KB.
Unit kV. Okay, so how can you relate ESS and kV? ESS will be equivalent
1
to
by kV.
1 by kV. So that is less than 1 by 15. So kV will be equivalent to 15. Okay, then there is another formula for kV. You know the formula. What is the formula for kV? Limit s tending to 0. What is the
Limit
S
s
into
formula?
tends
G
to
of S.
0, k by s plus
S
s1.
into G of S into H of S is 1. So if you substitute that, limit S tending to 0, S into G of S is 10 divided by K divided by S into S plus 1, H of S is 1. So S will get cancelled, that is equivalent to 15 actually. So what is K finally? If you are applying limit S tending to 0, K will be equal to KV will be equivalent to 15. Okay, so this should be your first step. So what is your first step? As usual, it is common for both lead and lag. So what is the first step that you are going to do? First step
Calculate
is
g
what?
of s.
Calculate K. Calculate K.
Yes,
Okay,
k.
they would have given ESS and nature of input. So if by relating this you will be finding out k, you will be substituting that in the place of k here. Alright, that is your first step. So k is found out to be 15, that you are going to substitute. So 15 divided by s into s plus 1 is your new g of s. Okay. The next step is again common between lead and lag. So what is your next step? You have to draw
Bode plot.
Bode plot for the uncompensated system. You have to draw. Okay. You have to draw the Bode plot for uncompensated system. This was your k that you have substituted to be 15. Then you have to check out whether this is in time constant form. Already it is in time constant. Then you have to substitute s equal to j omega. So if you are substituting that, that will be 15 into j omega divided by 1 plus j omega. Next you have to find out the corner frequencies. How many corner frequencies are there for the system?
Ma'am, 2.
1. Okay, so that is for this factor. So 1 divided by 1 radians per second. Next, as usual, you have to do the tabular column representation. So this is your tabular column. Always first factor will be what nature?
Constant.
Factor will be constant or integral or derivative. For this, what is your first term? You are having an integral
Constant.
term. So that you are added ordering of first, followed by the other terms in increasing order of corner frequency. So the next term is first order factor in the denominator, corresponding corner frequencies. Next you need to tabulate the slope in dV per decade. Both the factors are in the denominator. So what is the nature of the slope?
Negative.
Negative, because both are in the denominator, so it will be negative descending, and the order is 1 only for both, so minus 20 minus 20. Next change in slope is what? Initial slope is minus 20 and it will be changing from minus 20 to minus 20 minus 20. So second slope in change is 40. Okay, so the curve will be beginning with the minus 20, then it will be going for minus 40, like that. Okay, this finishes of the tabular column. Next you need to choose one omega L value and omega H. So what values are chosen for omega L and omega H?
0.1 and 10.
0.1 and 10 they have chosen. Next you have to calculate 3 gains, one for A at omega L 0.1, A at omega C1 1 radian per second, then A at omega H 10 radian per second. So what is the first formula? Up to first corner frequencies, the gain contribution will be by what factor? Up to A at omega L, that is 0.1. Okay, so what is the formula for it?
G of j omega.
I know everybody knows that it is G of j omega. What is the formula is my question. 20 log what? 20 log the
D.
first factor. What is the
D.
first factor? 15 divided by omega. In place of omega, we will be substituting 0.1. Tell me the answer. And next thing is you need to find out A at omega C1 also, that is 1 radian. Same formula will come. 15 divided by omega. So tell me the first two answer. What will be the gain at 0.1? What will be the gain at 1? You are having calculator now. Calculate it and tell me.
43.52.
43.52. Wow. 43.52. What about the second one? First one 44 around you are telling, and second one
23.52.
23.1. So let's check it out whether the answers are correct.
Ma'am, wait. At 10 or
I think for first one 44 it is correct. Okay, 44, and second one 24 is also correct. Okay, so next thing, finally you need to determine omega H value. For that, the change in slope is minus 40 into log of present frequency is 10 divided by the previous frequency is 1 plus the previous gain is 24. So what is the value for this case?
Hello.
Yes, tell the answer. You are getting minus 60 now. How many of you are solving by calculator? I am not knowing. Have you got minus 16 as the answer?
Minus 16, ma'am.
Yes, so minus 16 is the answer. Okay, so 3 points you have got. One at point 1 and then one at 1 and 10. What are the answers? 44, 24 and minus 16. This you have to plot it in the semi-log graph sheet. So let us do it along with the face angle. So for face angle, you need to write down the phase angle expression. Okay, you know the formula is what? 15 divided by j omega into 1 plus j omega. If you want to write down the angle is 0 minus 90 minus tan inverse of omega. So you are going to substitute different values of omega around the corner frequencies. Like what are the values you have substituted here? 0.1, 0.5, 1, 2, 5, 10 you have substituted and you have got these angle values. Okay. So you make a note. With this we will try to plot. Have you made a note? I will ask because I will also do it in the semi-log graph sheet. So at that time I will want to know. I cannot memorize all these things. Are you taking it down, somebody?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you written down? Shall
Yes,
we go
ma'am.
to the graph?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we will go to the graph. So this is my graph part. So what are the gain values that I have to have?
Minus.
That is ranging from I think 44, 24 and minus 16. Here I am having 0.1. So for 0.1, what is again 44 now? So this
No,
is
ma'am.
my
Minus
40.
96.
So
5.
that is angle. I am asking magnitude. Okay, so
Yes,
this
ma'am.
is my
44.
44. This is my first point. Okay, and when the omega value is 1 radian, what is the gain value? 24.
24.
No.
Yes, ma'am.
So 24. So if this is 0.1 means this is my 1. Okay. So at 1 the value is 24. So this is my 1 at which the magnitude is around 24. So here I am having 20. So this is my 24 dB point. This is my 44 dB point. And next point comes around 10 radian per second. That is omega h. So this is my 10. So for which what is the value? 16 minus 16. So this minus 16 will come around here. Okay, because here it is minus 10. Here is minus 20. In between I'll have my minus 16. So I think this is my point. This is my minus 16 dB. Then I will join all these points by using a scale. Okay. So I will do it. 3 points I have got that I will join it by a scale. Okay, so this is my magnitude plot for an uncompensated system or compensator.
Uncompensated.
Uncompensated. So you have to mention that it's for an uncompensated system. Okay. Then you have to mention the slope also. Here minus 20, here minus 40. That you have to mention. Next we will move on to drawing the phase plot. So phase plot, what is the angle range that you are having? It is ranging from minus 90 to what is the
Minus
maximum gain that
96.
you are having? Minus 96 to what are the values? 180
Minus
it's
175.
ranging.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
so 180. So all are negative. So you take a negative scale. Minus 90 to minus 180. They have taken 5 phase here. So what is the frequency? Minus 97 is coming under what frequency? Omega value.
0.1.
So this 0.1, what is the value here?
Minus
Minus
96.
97. So this is
Minus
minus
96.
96.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so here it is minus 96. All right. So minus 96 value. Then this point is corresponding to 111 or 117?
Minus 117.
117, ma'am.
117. And this point is corresponding to
Minus 135.
minus 135 degree. And this one
Minus 153.
minus 153. And this one
Minus 169.
minus 169. And final point.
Minus 174.
So like this you have to plot for different values. What is the first value for omega?
Minus
10
96.
radian. And omega value 0.1. This
0.1.
one 117 is for
10.
0.5.
117 is 0.5. 0.5.
0.5 radians. Then this one
1.
1, then 2 5.
2, 5 and 10.
2 5. Okay, like that you point and then you have to connect it all. Okay, like I'm doing, you connect all the points. This will be a phase plot for the uncompensated system. Now from this you need to determine the phase margin. So how will you determine phase margin? Gamma is equal to 180 plus 5GC is the formula, but you need to determine 5GC. So what is 5GC? That is the phase angle at gain crossover frequency. So what is gain crossover frequency? Wherever the magnitude
Phase
is,
margin.
magnitude is 1 or 0. What is gain crossover frequency? Wherever the magnitude is, what value?
1.
By this time, 1, that is for polar plot. For Bode, you are drawing it in dB scale. So what is 20 log 1?
0.
So 0 dB. Find out where you are having 0 dB. Where you are having 0 dB here. Here is your 0 dB. So you extend it so that it meets the magnitude plot and you extend it so that it meets the phase angle.
Around
And
90.
find out where you are having that 5GC value. And here you are getting. So this is your
Minus 90.
5GC. So 5GC, what is the value they have got? Minus 167.
90.
Minus 167. So you substitute that in the gamma formula, 180 minus 167. So what is the gamma value that you are getting for the uncompensated system?
23.
23.
13.
13. Okay. So 13, this is for an uncompensated system. So what value you are supposed to get as per the problem specification?
15.
40.
45. Ma'am.
45 you have to get. Okay, that is wanted value. But you have got only 13 degrees. So you need to design a compensator or you should not design a compensator.
We should design a compensator with higher
You
values.
should design a compensator. Okay, so the first two steps are almost similar to what?
Lag compensator.
Lag and lead, both are same. So what are the first two steps? First step is
Find
with the
the
given value of ESS and KV,
gain.
you need to find out the K value. Second step is you need to draw the Bode plot
Bode
for the
plot.
uncompensated system and you need to determine the phase margin. Okay. Next step, what did you do for lag compensator? Lag compensator, next step, what did you do? You had used one formula to set up and decide phase margin value. No, what was the formula? When I put a question to you, I have to wait for an eternity to at least get even a wrong answer from your side. So what is the formula for desired value of phase margin for a compensated system that you have set for a lag compensator. Somebody must have taken notes, at least one of you, or you must have
180,
taken notes
Ma'am,
of that.
180 IG, 180 plus
180. No, for a lag compensator, you have set up a desired phase margin as gamma plus epsilon. No, yes or no? Gamma value was that whatever value that was wanted, okay, plus epsilon you have chosen to be 5 degree initially, yes or no?
yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am.
So here the formula will
Yep.
be differing a little bit, okay. Now the formula is being changed to what formula here?
Gamma
Circled. What
minus
is the
gamma.
formula
Gamma
that
D minus gamma.
Gamma D
gamma
minus
d
gamma.
minus gamma plus epsilon. Okay, so that you have to set here, which is equivalent to phi m. As usual, epsilon you need to set an initial value of what?
45 minus 13 plus 5.
What is 45? What is 13? And what is epsilon?
45 is gamma D, 13 is gamma, and epsilon is 5.
Gamma d. I know what is gamma d. Is my question. What is gamma d?
Given angle in the question, required angle.
Yes, in the question they have given that the system should satisfy what value of phase margin?
45 degrees.
45. So that is a desired value. Okay. So that is a desired value. And what about gamma?
Ma'am, the answer we got
Yes, from the graph you have got gamma is equal to how much? Just now I have
13 minus
calculated from the
13.
graph.
13
So
only
that
13.
is your 13. Okay. And finally epsilon initial value always it will be 5 degree. So this is the change that you will be doing for a what compensator now you are discussing about?
Lead compensator.
Lead compensator. Again I am asking you what
Lead
is the
compensator.
formula? Yes, what is the formula for lag and what is the formula for lead that you will use? One more time.
Ma'am, phi D plus epsilon and phi D minus omega plus epsilon.
Lag means you will be using gamma
Sorry, gamma
compensated
D plus
system is
epsilon.
equal to gamma d plus epsilon.
And for lead, gamma D minus gamma plus epsilon.
Yes, gamma
Gamma D
d
minus.
minus gamma plus epsilon. Okay, that is a change you have to remember. Don't forget. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So this is for a lag compensator. For a lead compensator, phi m you have to find.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So finally, after substituting all these terms, what is the phi m value that you got? The answer is there, no?
45, 50 minus 30. 37.
What is it? 37. So 37 is the phi m value. Now you know what is phi m. So now you want to determine the transfer function of the lead compensator. So given by what formula? What is the general transfer function representation for any lead compensator?
1 minus T by 1
S
plus T.
plus 1 by T divided by S plus 1 by alpha T. So what are the unknown parameters that you need to find to determine the transfer function?
Alpha.
Alpha, only alpha. You need to know another thing, no?
T.
T. Okay, T and alpha you need to know. So already I told you alpha is given by one standard formula. What is the standard formula?
1 minus phi m sin phi m by 1 plus sin phi.
1 minus sin phi m divided by 1 plus sin phi m. In that formula you substitute phi m and you get alpha. Okay. And how will you determine T? The T formula also I have already told you.
Ma'am, that root over
Tell the formula correct only.
ma'am,
Markings are delaying a little bit. Okay, so you need to find out the transfer function. But for that you need to know alpha and t. Okay, alpha is given by 1 minus sin phi m divided by 1 plus sin phi m. You can find find out alpha. Next unknown parameter is t. Okay, so t is given by what formula?
Root over
You know
omega.
omega m formula. Now what is omega m formula? Omega m formula I have asked you to take down
1
no
by T root
such a
alpha.
formula. 1 by t square root of alpha. So if you cross multiply, alpha is known to you. T I want to know. So omega m is another thing that I want to know. So what is the magnitude at omega m is the next question. So if I know what is the magnitude at omega m, okay, what is the magnitude at omega m? Okay, a at omega m, if I am able to find, that is equivalent to minus 20 log 1 by square root of alpha. Okay, alpha I have just now calculated. So that magnitude, if I am able to calculate it by using this formula, I can go back to the Bode plot, and from that, by noting down what is the corresponding value of omega for that magnitude, I will be able to determine omega m. So now I have got to know omega m. Now I can use that in the formula for t, and I can find out point t. Okay, that is what I am trying to do. So again I am telling you, I am just finding out a at omega m by using again a standard formula, minus 20 log 1 by square root of alpha. So what is alpha? Just now I have calculated. Alpha is calculated by 1 minus sine phi m divided by 1 plus sine phi m. That value is equivalent to what value? Point
25.
0.25.
25. So
0.25.
what is, yes, what is
25.
the gain value? Tell me what is the gain value by substituting alpha.
Root 20 log by 1 by root 0.25. 6 minus 6.
All got minus 6, ah? Minus 6 dB is answer. Okay, minus 6 dB is a at omega m. Now I will go to the plot, back to the plot. Okay, where you are having minus 6 dB, I have to check it out. Okay, so this is my 0. I will rub it a little bit. So this is my minus 6. All are able to see that minus 6 dB now.
Yes, ma'am.
Minus 6 dB all are able to see or not? So I will just extend that minus 6 dB as shown in the dotted line. Okay, so that it hits this magnitude, and that I will extend to omega. So this is my omega m. So what is my omega m?
5.
5. Okay, so I have got out. This is my a at omega m, that is minus 6, from which I have obtained 5 radians per second. Okay, so from graph I am obtaining this point. So accurate value is 5.6. Closer on value you can get, no problem. So this is obtained from Bode plot, from the graph. Okay. So now I know omega m. Already I know alpha. So I can use this formula to find out the unknown parameter. What?
T.
T. Okay. So T is found out to be what value?
0.36.
So I know what is T, I know what is alpha. Now I can easily substitute both the parameters in the standard transfer function representation for a lead compensator. I will be getting the transfer function finally like this. Okay. Now I have to include that into the existing system. Okay. Earlier I was having only this system. To that in series I have added this lead compensator. But I don't want to have this attenuation factor. So in order to eliminate that, I am adding 1 by alpha. Okay, so I will cancel out that 0.25. Okay, and I will obtain OLTF. All the parameters are connected in series. So just I will multiply all these things to find out the OLTF. Okay, so this is my OLTF. And for lag compensator, just I have substituted omega GC, and I have found out gamma, and I have found out that it is equal to the desired value. But here in this case, there is a thing that you have to do. You cannot do that simple substitution. Here you have to draw again a Bode plot, second Bode plot you have to draw. Okay, second Bode plot you have to draw now for a compensated system. Okay, this is what makes the lead compensated type of problems a little tedious because it takes more time. Two number of Bode plots you have to draw. So if you will be lucky if you are having a lag compensator problem. Suppose if you are having a lead compensator means you have to draw how many plots?
2 plots.
Two plots. Okay, if it is lag means simply you substitute that omega value 5g c naught, you will observe, you will get it. If it is equal to your desired value, you will stop. Okay, but here in this case you have to use the open loop transfer function and you have to draw one more plot by observing as usual procedure for Bode plot. So what is the as usual procedure? You have to substitute s equal to j omega, find out the corner frequencies. The corner frequencies are 3 in number. Okay, then you have to fix up on omega L, omega H. As usual, you have to draw the Bode plot. Okay. As usual procedure you have to follow for drawing the magnitude plot and the phase angle plot. Okay. Next, you have to draw one more Bode plot as shown in this graph. You have drawn one for compensated system and one for uncompensated system. And from this, you will determine phase margin for the compensated system. So for the compensated system, the plot is this one, this one, this one. This is your phase plot. These are for compensated system. Again, I want to find out gamma for that compensated system by following the usual procedure. So I know where is my 0 dB. So I will extend it so that it meets the compensated system. I will extend it downwards so that it meets the phase plot, and I will find out what is the 5GC new value. So what is my 5GC new value? Now I have got minus
134.
134. Then I will substitute that in the general formula. So 180 minus 134. So what is my gamma value now?
46.
46. So desired value that I have got for is 45. So it is around greater than 45. So design is satisfactory. Okay. So this is what this extra step of Bode plot again is making this recompensator a little difficult. But other than that, it's easy only. So pray that you don't get lead compensator. Okay. And lag lead
Yes, ma'am.
compensator in combination, it is not included in your syllabus. So next class we will discuss other topics. Have you understood lead compensator now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so what are the steps? Finally, you summarize what are the things that you are supposed to do? Tell me. First thing is they would have given one ESS and KV. From that you will be determining what?
Gain.
K.
Okay, okay. Then you need to draw Bode plot for
Bode.
uncompensated system. You will be drawing. Okay, that is your second step. From which you will be calculating gamma. Okay, gamma for the uncompensated system. Third one is you will be fixing a phi m by using what formula? Gamma d
Gamma
desired
D.
value minus gamma, that is this value, plus epsilon. By using this formula you will be calculating phi m. That is your third step. And fourth step is you will be calculating alpha by using what formula?
1 minus sine omega t by 1 plus sine.
1 minus sin phi m divided by
1 plus
1
sine.
plus sin phi m. Okay. Then you will be calculating gain by using what formula? A at omega m is given by what formula? Minus 20 log 1 by square root of alpha. By using that you will be finding out the dB value, and from graph you will determine what value. You will go back to the graph and you will be determining what is the corresponding omega m for this dB. Okay, from the graph. Then using what formula will you calculate D? What is the formula for T? 1 by
Alpha
1 by omega m into square root of alpha.
Total.
By using this, you will calculate T. Then finally, for obtaining transfer function, what is the general formula? S plus 1 by T divided by S plus 1 by alpha T. In this, you will substitute alpha T and you will be finding out GC of S. Then you will draw the full transfer function with the GC of S and the existing system, and you will eliminate the gain or attenuation factor by including that 1 by alpha or 1 by beta factor. Then you will be multiplying all these three to calculate OLTF, and from the OLTF you will be drawing one more Bode plot for the compensated system now, from which you will be determining gamma. Understood the procedure?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes or no? You understood the procedure or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So one more problem is given in your Nagarkani book. Okay. In this problem,
Ma'am,
okay, they have
compensator.
asked you to design
Ma'am,
again a lead compensator. What is the open loop transfer function? K divided by S into S plus 1 into S plus 5 they have given. And they have given the specification as KV directly, it should be greater than 50. And the phase margin should be greater than or equal to 20. Okay. So same way how to proceed by following the usual steps. This is one more problem they have given. Okay, with this the compensator design is over. Okay. So this will close off the class. I am hoping all understood. Okay. So I'm not having time to solve one more problem. I will go to the next step. Plus, last unit, so many things are there. I think you are to close class by November second week or something. So I will go a little bit fast. Okay. So this will wind up the class. Or do you have any doubts?
No, ma'am.
All understood, or shall I have to call names and ask whether you understood? I don't know how many people are